So I feel like I got to ask, first of all, any update on Deon Henley? Obviously, like kind of the guy who wouldn't be a surprise if he opted out, if he's staying or not.
Yeah, Deon's going to be helping me coach the bowl game. So he's our new assistant linebackers coach. I'm excited about that journey. So that's where we're at. He's played against the Mountain West a million times, so he's going to kind of go through the process. He's going to be down there with the team. He's still a main leader on the team, and I'm excited for this kind of next phase and then finishing off and then watching him, be a professional.
Can you just talk about what he's meant to the program, in the 1 year that he's been here and emerging as a leader so quickly?
I don't even know if you can put it into words right now, like what he's done in 11 months. The impact he's had on this program, the impact he's had on the Cougs. I know our fans feel like he's been one of us for a really long time, and that's him, that's his attitude, that's his personality. It's the fun that he has with the game, and it's the work that he's put in to get to this point. And I think he's a surefire All-American, and he's really earned it. So I'm proud to be just the smallest part of his journey, and hopefully he looks back at his time here at Washington State and just like all of us, just really love this place. And I think he's given us everything he's had, and just excited for the next phase of his journey.
Any other opt-outs that you can share right now?
Nope.
Okay. And just this last week or so, juggling everything with the being on the road and coaching departures and transfers, trying to recruit, getting ready for the bowl game. How difficult has it been to juggle all of that?
You just keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep taking steps forward. We're looking out the windshield. We're looking out at the opportunity that's ahead of us, and we're looking forward to doing that with the people that are in that locker room. There's been a lot of things that have happened in the last 7 days. First and foremost, let's start off with all-conference. Really proud of our guys, to have Deon be first-team all-conference, to have RJ and BJ, represent the second-team all-conference. I'm really disappointed. I don't know if the conference didn't watch Shaw this year, but I thought Shaw was a surefire first or second-team all-conference corner. I really did, and I think he earned that spot. And then I think we had a lot of guys that were proven honorable mention, and that means coaches really respected them throughout our roster. So proud of the individual achievements within the team accomplishments. I think it proves what our team went out there and did, and I think our guys got recognized for a lot of that. I'm excited a little bit about I get a chance to call plays again. So for the bowl game, I'm going to be calling plays for the defense. I got my first practice back as a linebackers coach today in my belt. If you see me smiling from ear to ear, because I love coaching. I love being back with the guys. I love being back in the grind. I told the team I'm excited. I had a bounce in my step today during practice, and so it was fun to see, and calling third downs and just having fun with the guys again. Our team was joyful. They were out there having fun. I think they had great energy this afternoon. And like I said, it's one foot in front of the other. It's not looking in the rearview mirror. It's out the windshield. And I think we got special opportunity here. But as far as the portal goes, that's the new college football that we all wanted, I guess. And, the grass isn't always greener. A lot of those guys that got in from our roster are guys that haven't played here and want new opportunities. I support that. But sometimes there's going to be a guy here or there that, wants to have a different opportunity. And sometimes when you earn your way at a place at a Power 5, it's not always easier to just go somewhere else and restart it. So the guys in that locker room is what we're focused on. We're excited about building off of the foundation that we really laid this year, and we want to do it with the people that want to be here. The tough, hard, grimy way, that's Washington State, and we're excited about going forward.
How you doing, Coach? How does the scheme change with the new offensive players entering the lineup?
What do you mean by that?
Does the scheme change at all with new players entering the lineup with the transfer portal?
Our team?
Yes, sir.
Oh, what new players? The guys that are going to play are the guys that have been on our team the whole season, right? I'm excited about that. Layden Smithson's going to keep growing. Rob's going to have a phenomenal deal. Orion Peters is ready to go. Zion Nunley is beyond excited about his opportunity and what he can do. Anderson Grover, those aren't new players. Those are our guys. Those are Cougs. Those are guys that we've invested in for a long time that are excited to be out there and playing, So nothing changes. As a matter of fact, let's double down on what we want to do, and excited about getting these extra practices and getting our guys even more reps.
And then Fresno State has such a well-balanced offense. Their quarterback, running back, wide receiver, their top wide receiver. What about How do you scheme for such a well-balanced team coming up this upcoming week?
Well, we're still working on that. I've been, watching a lot of tape through a lot of plane rides. Really been all over the country recruiting here in the last 7 days. But Haener, the quarterback, he's going to make someone really happy when they draft him. And I don't know where he's going to go or when he's going to go, but 5 years from now, someone's going to be really happy that they got a starter in the NFL. I think that's the type of talent he has. And you might be looking at a different season for Fresno if he's healthy for all 12 games. So they're obviously the Mountain West champs. I think they're really physical. I think they're really well coached. And, I have a lot of respect for that league. So, our guys, understand the challenge that's ahead of them. And it starts with the quarterback, and we got to make sure we're ready to play on defense.
And you touched on it. They've won their last 8 games. How do you slow down such a hot team?
Well, I think you just got to be the most excited team to play come Saturday. I just told the team after this practice, they wake up at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're 7 days away from that pregame meal. I mean, this has been a sprint, and I think it's really an interesting thing that, I love that we're playing early. I love that we're playing in L.A. We got a lot of Cougs in L.A. We got a lot of our players from L.A., but you got to look at it from this standpoint, too. We also lost an official visit weekend. We also lost a week of recruiting on the road that every other Power 5 in the country is out there doing. So there's some challenges to this week, and, as of right now, the NCAA is not going to give us an extra visit date. So I think there's some challenges to this bowl week and the bowl prep, but we're going to have our guys ready to go out there and play, and they're going to be excited to take the field as a team one last time in 22.
And this is a massive stage, obviously, the LA Bowl. How do you keep your players calm or even yourself calm in moments like that?
That's like riding a bike. I think once the ball is kicked off, we're going to be in SoFi. That's going to be an amazing opportunity. Our guys want to play in the NFL. It's an NFL stadium. It's just another opportunity to go out there and play with your brothers. And I think that's what we're focused on. That's what I told the team in the team meeting today when we came back. And yes, I'm out all across the country recruiting new people to this team, but there's something about coming back and looking our guys in the eye that just resonates. I love our guys. I love what they want to do and go out there and finish in together. So going to pour into them this last week, and we'll be ready to play.
Coach, without Deon and with the guys in the portal, how do you kind of see the linebacker position shaping up in terms of the depth chart?
So Kyle Thornton will move to Mike. Ben Wilson will be the will. Jay Lee will also be the will. So he's been working with me this last week, and we just went through his first practice. And it's amazing how smart that kid is. It blew me away today to watch him go out there and practice that way. Josh Erling and Hudson Cedarland will back up in the Mike linebacker position. Huddy's back after a midseason surgery, so he's been getting some great reps, and he's got a high ceiling. So that's the crew that we'll go into the game with, and coaching them in that room will be fun.
Where are you kind of at on getting a defensive coordinator and an edge coach, and do you have kind of a set date in which you kind of want to have that finalized?
Right now, I'm not going to say it's on the back burner, but there's so much going on that we got to get to this point. I've been fielding a bunch of names. But bottom line is we're going to run our defense. We're going to run this defense as a defense that I believe in, that we're going to stay true to the core of what it is. So necessarily finding someone that runs it but wants to come in here and learn and do it. And I feel going forward I'll be even more of an integral part of that room. So we'll see what that looks like and it shapes up going forward. But excited to do those things, and playing an early bowl game gives you a little bit of time before the new year. But we start January 8th, and just really excited about getting people in here that want to be here and continue to grow the success that we've had on defense.
Just generally, is there a preference? Do you feel like having a linebackers coach as the DC, or is it just kind of a fit? If there's an edge coach that's a good fit as a DC too?
Yeah, I think it naturally shapes the linebacker just like a lot of OCs or quarterbacks coaches, because you're kind of connected to both levels. I called it as a linebackers coach. I've called it as a safeties coach. Typically you don't have an edge coach do that, but it's not something that I'm looking for the best fit at coordinator first. And sometimes when you have two positions open, it helps you because it gives you flexibility to find the best guy first. So we'll lean there. I have a bunch of guys that have already reached out. It's amazing the just response of people that want to be here, and that'll be the first and foremost to start. I want people that want to be here.
Coach, obviously Fresno State, Mountain West, with your background in the Mountain West at Wyoming. I know a lot of things have changed, obviously. That's the way college football is. Yeah. But does that help you at all with this matchup?
Yeah, Coach Tedford was there, when I was there at Wyoming, and I just know this: they're a hard-nosed, physical football team. And you better bring your best every time you play against them. And I think that's what you see on the tape. That's what they've obviously proven. They went in the Mountain West at Boise and won a hard-fought football game very convincingly. So they took Oregon State down to the wire. They had to make a really big comeback to come back and beat them. I have a lot of respect for them. I know our team will as well. And we know we have to go play our best if we want to go out there and win. But we want to end the season as champions. And I think that's kind of the mindset and makeup of what we've been talking about, really since the season ended.
I know you talked about it a little bit there. What a whirlwind these past couple of weeks must be for you, the whole coaching staff, all that. How do you balance that and getting your team ready for a game still?
I think it's a little bit of uncharted territory, and I still think the NCAA needs to look at moving signing day before the bowl games. I don't think it's a great idea to have signing day after it. I think, you get excited, you earn a reward, and then somehow you get penalized recruiting for that. So those are things we're trying to navigate on the fly. I mean, as we're down there, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, I'm going to be out on the road. I mean, it's going to be incredible to be flying in and out of LAX and still being in people's homes and trying to balance both things. So it's all about balance. And then to have, some coaching changes and jump back into the game planning part. And so never lock your knees. I know this, when December 22nd comes, I'm not moving from the couch. I'm not. Until then, it's 24/7 and we're rolling.
And then, Coach, with a lot of the departures here on the roster, could you expect a lot more in the redshirt rule where they can play 4 and still retain their redshirt? Do you expect some of the guys maybe to suit up that wouldn't normally have suited up?
Everyone's suiting up. Yep, everyone that can possibly get in the game, which is our whole roster, will be suited up, ready to go. And a lot of those guys, they got to look at it as opportunity. Opportunity is now here, right? So guys that have been maybe scout team stuff get an opportunity on special teams. We get a chance to really springboard ourselves into getting a little PT and getting them ready for a great spring. So we've told them, though, every way since the first day of fall camp that you never know when your number is going to be called. So never let yourself fall into, I'm just a scout team guy. So everyone will be suited up for the game, ready to go, and everyone will have that opportunity.
And then since the Apple Cup, I don't know how many people knew about Dean Janikowski's story here coming into this year, but he was sort of, got a little bit of the Twitter backlash, but it ended up being, a positive with, what he was able to turn that into. I'm sure you've seen what he was able to do with his, kicks this year. But can you talk about what he's gone through and how he's, responded this year?
Dean's story is phenomenal. It's very emotional, very, very tied to his mother, and very proud of his focus and his want to improve this world and to give back. And it just shows his character. And, we've talked about it many times, the most important things in life you can't measure, right? So he's out there impacting people through his play and through his God-given ability. So it's just really special for Dean. And, to see that ball hit that crossbar and go over is, kind of a unique thing. But I know where his heart's at every time he kicks that ball, and to have an impact like this. And I don't know the backlash you're referring to, but I know it gave him, some positive ways to get the word out there. And I think his charity is doing an amazing job.
What do you think it's going to be like to play in a state-of-the-art venue that's hosted a Super Bowl and other big-time events? It's huge.
I think it's a great experience for our guys. Like I said, if you would raise the hands of guys that want to be in the NFL, everyone would raise their hands. So to get an opportunity in that venue and that stage, I think is pretty great, and I think it's really unique. So, and something our guys earn. So anytime you can get in front of those venues, I think it's going to be fun, and I think it's going to be full of Cougs, and I think everyone hopefully is excited to get down to LA.
And this is the second year of the bowl. So what does it mean to be, I guess, a part of this very new bowl game's early history?
Well, I think it's good. I think anytime you get a bowl, I think you get a great destination. I think it's easy to get in and out of. Like I said, I think we got a great fan base of Cougs down in LA, and just excited for everyone to show up. It's before Christmas. It's before the hustle and bustle of the holidays. So I think that phase of it, because of the date, is positioned really well to have great attendance and to sell a lot of tickets and to come watch this team play who, I know our fans are really proud of.